Makes me uncomfortable ever agreeing with that, man. But a night grand final makes a bit of sense in the SANFL, Goody.
It certainly does. I think it's a great opportunity to showcase your game, and night footy, I think it's great watching night footy.
Well, great to hear from Richie on Richie's rant, and that is an interesting one to consider. However, it's this afternoon. It's about 2 hours from now, the SANFL Grand Final today. And our coverage for Farmers Union Iced Coffee. Remember, it's a mighty Farmers Union Iced Coffee, or it's nothing. And as we take a look at the build-up to this game of footy this afternoon, it's going to be a beauty. Norwood against Port Adelaide, 2:40 this afternoon. If you get involved on Twitter, hashtag SANFLGF, and the Grand Final parade was an indication we're in for a magnificent build-up to this game of footy.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracker. They played each other 2 weeks ago, very close game. Port had one bad quarter and the Red Legs got over the top of them. But yeah, look, Port's AFL listed players all playing today. It should be an absolute cracking game, and by all reports, the weather's going to be good there. They'll get a bumper crowd there today.
They certainly will. That's the prize, of course, and Norwood know it all too well. This is the lineups this afternoon. And a settled team for Norwood. They took a while to work into the season, but they've got really good balance here.
They've got great balance, and it's all been led by their defence. They've been outstanding the way they've been able to shut Port's run down in the 3 games that they've played. And defensively, they're setting up really well, and they look like they're going to be really hard to beat, Brogues.
Yeah, they are. And like you said, the form in the back half of the season has been outstanding. And Benny Warren, their head coach, has coached them well all year. They've beaten Port twice this year, so it's going to be an absolute cracking game. And they're the old rivals, aren't they, Port and Norwood? They go back a long way, those 2 teams. So not a lot of love lost there.
You mentioned the back half for Norwood. Kieran McGuinness, a key figure in that, and he'll be an important player today.
He certainly is. This guy's been outstanding for Norwood. He's a drop-off player at half-back. He sets their play up more as their +1, and he's someone that Port are going to have to put a lot of time in. If he's taking marks down back the whole day, Port are doing something wrong.
No, it's certainly going to play an important role in the game, and it'll be fascinating to see whether they try and put some offensive pressure on him as well.
Yeah, they'll have to decide whether they play a defensive type player or they actually play someone of real quality down there, and that's probably the advantage Port have got. They actually have got some great attacking players in their forward half.
James Allen's an important figure too, isn't he, for Norwood? Back from a wrist injury, and of course, he's one of the most captain credential players in the competition.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's a huge player coming back from injury, and he'll have his day out today. Port needs to put play a bit more attention to him in this big game today.
It's a big call bringing a guy back for a grand final though, isn't it? He's been out for a few weeks, but you're right, he is a quality player.
Just shows how important he is to him.
Absolutely, and hopefully he'll be the type of player that will stand up on the big stage.
The Port Adelaide captain's been pivotal, Steve Summerton, and in many respects, not only for the way he plays and leads, but I guess in this year when it's the first alignment year, to be the glue between the two, I reckon it's been really important.
Yeah, there would be some real challenges with all the AFL players coming back and the listed players and just really moulding a team. And they've done it extremely well. For the first year to get through to a grand final, it must be led extremely well, and Steve Summerton's obviously done a terrific job, and he's been an instrumental player throughout the season as well.
No, there's no doubt about that, and he's a crucial player in this game today. So too is the key forward, and you never know what you're going to get from John Butcher. I mean, he's such a tease in football terms, isn't he? His kicking is a mess. Hopefully it's getting better, but his hands are as good as anyone in the nations.
Yeah, look, he's got so much talent, this kid. The boys just got to get his kicking right. But look, he's only young, he's got plenty of time, but at this level, he should be dominating. And by all reports, he's having a pretty good end of the season. And today, he could have a big day out and really set himself up to get on that, to play more regular AFL for Port Adelaide next year.
If they're to win, he has to kick 4 goals. I think, they've looked like in the previous games they've struggled to score against Norwood. John Butcher has to kick 4 goals for them to win.
Who wins today? Can he do it?
I think Port can win. I think their attacking flair through the middle of the ground. I think some of their listed players will play some really good footy, and I'm tipping Port Adelaide to win.
Yeah, same. I think Port, like you said, Goody, their AFL listed players will come ready to play, and watching their boys yesterday go down, they'll want to get a good win for the footy club.
Don't forget, of course, we're into the last week. In fact, votes are in the Farmers Union Iced Coffee Medal. We'll unveil it next Sunday on the program. All of our 7 panellists, key panellists this year, including the 2 of you, have voted on this. And the nominees, by the way, has been an unbelievable list of players who have been nominated throughout the course of the season. And as we take a look back from round 1, when Brad Symes was our first cab off the rank, some incredible names here. McGuinness we just talked about. It was a tough process, the voting, boys.
Certainly was. You know, I remember sat down for a while and really went through the list of players and worked out the guys that had the most influence in games throughout the year, and it really was a tough voting process, so hopefully we've come to the worthy winner.
Well, the three criteria: hard-working, determined and win at all cost. It's a very subjective thing. It's the true Australian, South Australian spirit for Farmers Union. This is a little bit of a sample from next week. The votes are in. The winner gets 13 votes and runner-up 12 and third 10. So that is a tight vote in the Farmers Union Iced Coffee Medal. And next Sunday, we'll announce who gets the $5,000. Thanks to Farmers Union Iced Coffee and all the traits of the farmers, of course. Hard-working, determined, and have the win at all cost attitude. Remember, it's a Farmers Union Iced Coffee or it's nothing. The announcement next Sunday, right here on Footy SA. Some local footy, plenty more to come. More Port Adelaide after this too. You're watching Footy SA.